Federation of Southern Cooperatives estimates that as much as 60% of the land owned by Black consumers today in the US is part of a Tangled title or heirs property. That's what happens when a consumer owns a home, they pass away, and either they don't have an estate plan or the will doesn't go through probate, and so it passes down to all of their children, and then all of their children's children, and so on and so forth. We sometimes call this family land because it means that many members of the family own a little stake in the property. And while it's a problem that affects people across the US, it is primarily a problem for the Black community, and that is largely racism, because of racism. Historically, Black consumers were prevented from engaging in estate planning options. They were prevented from participating in the court system, and even when they were allowed to participate, the process was weaponized against them and used to take the home. So having family land where there were lots of owners, lots of people who could speak for the land, was really largely protective. Unfortunately, that's not the case anymore today. Family land becomes a real threat to long-term home ownership. It means that if one person decides to sell their little portion of the home, the buyer can force the sale of the property, so nobody owns a home anymore. It's incredibly difficult to get insurance on these homes. It's almost impossible to get a mortgage to do improvements to the home or to keep the home up. And if there's a disaster, it is incredibly difficult to get repair and rebuild assistance without a clear title. The best way to prevent having a Tangled title is to make an estate plan. It's important to do if you're a homeowner. Name a single person who's going to inherit the home. Don't forget to tell your family the plan. That's also an important piece of it. And if you're in a Tangled title today, if this sounds like a familiar situation, you can reach out to moneymanagement.org for resources and recommendations for how to untangle that title.